You know, I've been thinking as of late, how is this silly little robot game called Five Nights at Freddy's going to end, right? How is the Mimic Saga, as I like to call it, how is it going to end? What's it going to do? I love me some pizza, bro. Chica loves pizza. Gregory, don't disrespect Freddy! So anyways, how is the Mimic Saga going to end? Because right from when Steel Wolves got their hands on the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, they've been pretty much going about exclusively on the Mimic. The glitch trap from Help Wanted was the Mimic the whole time, or at least a digital version of it. So the Mimic Saga is the only thing that really makes it more interesting than trying to kill Afton again is the fact that it's a robot. It's a lot more dangerous, maybe a little more predictable, but it's a lot more dangerous. It's like a force of nature. So now the question is, how does Steel Wool plan on ending this threat? Now there's a lot of ways it could happen because one of the biggest differences between Scott Cawthon's games and these games are that we have a lot more characters that actually, speak and do things almost like real characters. So the Mimic Saga essentially has a number of ways it could end. The question is, which ones are more interesting? Which ones make better? Oh, excuse me. Which ones make for better stories? Now, one of the big differences, like I said, is that we have a lot more characters. Now, what are these characters going to be doing for the rest of the story? How do they relate to the Mimic? For the most part, I don't think they really do. I think they kind of are... Like, I do believe Gregory's a robot because I predicted it before Matt Pat did, and then he kind of confirmed it for me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm all in. Gregory's a robot. Maybe Gregory is a failed Mimic. Maybe all of these animatronics are like prototype mimics, like Freddy, Roxy, Monty, Chica. Maybe they're all prototype mimics. Who knows? Any number of things could be. Maybe Vanessa's a robot. You know what? You're a robot. You're a robot. Everyone's a robot. Who cares, right? Let's just make everybody robots, bro. Have you read the trilogy novels? Charlie was a robot, alright? Spoiler alert for an actually good set of books. The question is not the fate of the Mimic. It's what are these characters going to be doing in the meantime? What is their role in the grand scheme of things? Now, the Mimic... Oh no. It's a big hungry chicken, bro. The Mimic himself, we could probably safely assume, is probably gonna burn to death. Let's be honest, he's gonna go up in flames, bro. I'm gonna have to ask you to not thank you very much. I'm never gonna make progress in this game if I have to keep commentating while I play it. I can play some games and commentate, but it's a little hard when it's a horror game that requires your attention. Gregory. She lost me fast. Oh, God. Oh, what? That's some bull. What the crap? Bruh. That's some straight bull. Oh, security breach. Please change. I was gonna say never change, but that'd be kind of lying. Don't tell me I have to do this again. Okay, I did save. Thank God. Okay. Good. We're in the clear then. So honestly, like, who's to say the Mimic shouldn't just go up in a giant flame? Because apparently in this franchise, if you want something dead, you have to burn it. Burn in holy fire! So, I actually would be surprised in the slightest if the Mimic went down in flames. Because he kind of already did, when you think about it. So it's not like his exoskeleton burned enough to, like, melt down or anything like we did in Pizzeria Simulator. But, I mean, there could be a chance that that is once again what's going to happen. He's just going to burn. If I'm not mistaken, he is still stuck down in the Pizzaplex basement. I am going to replay Ruin here soon if you want to keep watching these videos and see me repeatedly fail because I won't stop commentating instead of playing the game. No, the Mimic could also die by more conventional means. You could crush it, kind of like we tried to with Chica in this game. You could electrocute it. You could do that, like, cartoon thing where, like, oh, you got it to accidentally fall into a thing that electrocutes it in short circuits, right? Something like that. Maybe an animatronic can sacrifice itself to short circuit it. Maybe Roxy will sacrifice herself, or Freddy will sacrifice herself to short circuit the Mimic. I don't know. Here's the thing. When it comes to the story, I haven't been keeping up with game theories. The last, like, 3 or 4, I want to say, I haven't really seen. The last one I saw was... I forgot. I think something about the Mimic always existing. There's that one with the circle pizza paper plate head thing. That's the last one I watched. So all of my like ideas or theories could be completely invalidated. I'm not really here. I'm not really here to discuss that. I'm here to discuss the fun side. I don't care about FNAF lore. I'm done with that crap. I don't care. I want to theorize. I want to say the most ridiculous crap humanly possible, and kind of just hope it happens. So, the Mimic dying is not so much like an if, it's a when. How is it going to die? When's it going to die? Is it going to do anything heinous before then? Probably. It's probably going to mimic somebody actually important. Fatso shaking the ground as it walks by me. Now, the real question here... Oh no. That's what they call me. Who wants candy? I like some candy. You got some Kit Kats or perhaps some Reese's. I love me some Reese's. My teeth are kind of sensitive, but you know, I could go for a good almond Hershey bar. You know, I love me some Crunch bar, bro. Okay, better get moving while she's gone. This game kind of sucks because you have to like be risky, but like, you can't be too risky. Oh. I didn't think this was the part where she got you. I don't know. Oh, that's right. She almost gets you in the elevator, but not quite. Why was this not the night to be wasting our time? That's a whole new question. Has Game Theory answered that one? I've lost track. There's too many theories, too many retcons. I stopped caring. I can't care. Anyways. So, the Mimic's going to lose. It's what is it going to do between now and then? What's its origin? Is there perhaps a mastermind behind the Mimic? That is it's a theory. I kind of hate skipping through these parts because Vanny is so underutilized. That's like, having a new stealth encounter is like... It feels like a borderline new encounter, so I kind of hate skipping through it, but... She also does tend to get stuck a lot. This is not the first time that's happened. Anyways. So, there's probably going to be that big story of like, oh, so there's multiple different AI scripts kind of controlling these animatronics. Making some of them friendly towards certain things and some not friendly towards other people. You know, like the whole Roxy and the Ruin DLC thing. Aside from just how the Mimic loses, I think there is a question to be had of, is there someone maybe masterminding the Mimic? Is there a higher power controlling the Mimic? I think that could be a more interesting story in a manner of speaking. I don't want it to be anything Afton related. Maybe, I don't know, it'd be kind of tough to make it actually work. But it'd be a cool twist, at the very least, if nothing else, right? Now, obviously, the bigger question is, the characters we have now, what are they up to? How the Mimic Saga ends is not so much my big question. It's, what are the other characters doing? What are their motivations? I can't remember every detail of Help Wanted, or like the indoctrination process of the Mimic. Well, what's Vanessa doing? Vanny and Vanessa seem to be different characters / personalities. We know this already. So, is she still around? I can't remember which ending is canon in this game, or the one they're going off of. When you have like 6 endings, it kind of gets difficult in that regard. I think it was the Princess Quest one, right? I think it was the Princess Quest ending, which I never did get, to be fair. Like, what are Gregory and Vanessa doing now? I can't remember at the end. Hi, Freddy. It was kind of implied Vanessa may still live. It could just be Freddy he was talking about, someone like on the outside with him. What's Gregory's motivation? What is he doing? I firmly believe he's a robot. Just because the trilogy novels, as well as Michael Afton, is kind of like...
That was not me. That was a recording. I want to make sure you are not confused.
Well, found another bug. Add that to the list. How am I meant to get past? Oh my god! This part sucks. Oh, it's the same point right here. Still, I don't want to have to redo all that. Like, I think Gregory's probably one of the bigger mysteries. Like, the character we play as in Ruin, I keep forgetting her name, I'm sorry. I'm going to replay Ruin, I keep forgetting her name. I keep wanting to call her Cassidy for some reason. But their motivations are kind of more interesting than the Mimic himself. The Mimic is just... It's a program. It's a robot. It's a force of nature. It doesn't have a personality. It doesn't have a soul like some of the other animatronics in the past have. He's not Circus Baby. Just because he can speak does not mean he has a personality or any clear motives outside his programming. So I'm more curious about characters like Glamrock Freddy, Gregory, Vanessa, right? Anyone who's still somehow relevant to everything going on. I think the biggest question is Gregory friend or foe? It's hard to tell. I forget what his reason is for being here in this game that I'm playing right now, because we are playing as Gregory. I don't have a stage 4 pass. I think Gregory said he was here to look for his friends or something. I don't entirely believe him. I don't know what his motivation actually is. I'm not saying for sure he's lying, but you know, with how Five Nights at Freddy's storytelling goes, it wouldn't surprise me if he was. Like, Gregory, from what I recall, was very willing to sacrifice What's-Her-Face in Ruin for whatever his goal was. I don't know what his goal is. I haven't played enough. I forgot about the whole boxes thing. I didn't see that stack. Freddy, my dude. It don't look like rest mode to me. It looks like seizure mode. Okay. So that's the kind of the thing where, like, hey, I don't exactly play these games every single day of my life. I don't recall the lore. Wait for it.
Are you lost?
There it is. Some nerds in my comment section on the like a year ago when I made that security breach video tried to tell me that's not a bug. My brother in Christ. She sounds like she's right here. Right there. Her audio came from right there. It was a bug. Who is she talking to otherwise, bro? Sure, she's here, but who is she talking to? It makes no sense. It's a placeholder line. Because I didn't have other lines. Hi. What? I didn't even see you. Hi, I'm pretty sure you're the only one who's actually faster than me. This is a bad idea. I'm going the wrong way. I think she's faster than you by a tiny amount. I think I'm making a mistake. Did I actually lose her? I think I went outside the loading zone. It says I'm still being hunted. I think her AI is limited. I don't think she can follow me. No, I'm good. Oh, that's one way to survive. So I don't know Gregory's intentions. Is he bad? Is he good? Like, we know robots made people can be bad. We've seen it in the trilogy novel. Like, Circus Baby kind of had a thing going on like that. I did not see this nerd at all, by the way. He just snuck up on me. Bro was taking his security seriously. He wants that pay raise, bro. He's been eyeing up that new power supply at the local electronics shop. He wants it. He's going to get it. Well, that's an issue. Well, you can get back here? Since when? Wait, since when could you crouch in those? Is that even an object? Huh. No, Freddy's my favorite. Anyone who says otherwise is a weeb. I said that in the last video, or one of my last videos. So, depending on what Gregory's motive is, I think is going to really play out what the fate of the Mimic is going to be. I'm more concerned about the fate of Gregory and his friend down in the basement, to be honest. Because, you know, they're characters seemingly with motivations and personalities. You know, stuff that a character typically should be. I mean, hey, don't look at me. I mean, don't act like it's weird that I care about, you know, character. What? Why? What are you doing? Why do you stop right at the flashlight station, bro? You're kind of... You're cringe. What are you doing? How did I avoid you? What? Huh? Why is this game so... Why is this game so dumb, bro? This game is mentally ill. Oh, this game's so bad. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a hiding spot. I thought you could hide in those. Game, what are you doing? I think there's going to be somebody either on the side of the Mimic or trying to help the Mimic. And they're going to be more akin to a final boss. And the Mimic is probably going to just lamely die in a cutscene or something. Now, one thing I thought Security Breach actually did well was boss fights. Sure, they weren't the most in-depth thing ever. But all things considering the mechanics this game is working with, I actually thought they were pretty good. Monty especially was pretty awesome. Roxy's was probably Chico's was probably the scariest. I would like a Mimic boss fight. We might see one in Secret of the Mimic. It wouldn't surprise me. Secret of the Mimic does aim to be doing something a bit more interesting. It's kind of implied there's going to be some kind of boss fight in the trailer. I mean, I don't know if boss fight is what I'd call it, but something along those lines, right? Yes, the robot's rehearsal room. Yeah. Because the robot needed that. I guess a practice room to make sure all the electronics work correctly would be fine. But why would you call it a rehearsal room? Yeah, like, level 10. There's no level 10 security pass, my dude. You don't get one. So, as much as the Mimic ending is going to happen, we know that. We know it's going to happen. Anyone who says otherwise is kind of silly. Like, what, is the Mimic just going to survive and continue to threaten everybody for the rest of eternity? If Steel Wool is smart, no. Although it wouldn't. Excuse you! Don't you slam the door on me! Where do I save? I just want to save real quick. The question really is, what's going to be the fate of Gregory, Vanessa, Freddy, our friend in the basement? I'm going to play the Ruin DLC. I swear I'll learn her name again. I said I promise it'll happen, but... No, I just ate. I ate a burrito. I'm good. I ate a homemade burrito. I'm okay. I'm going good. Anyways, those are some theories I've got. They're not really theories. They're more like just, hey, this would be cool if this happened. Well, how do you think this whole saga is going to end? Because the next game is a prequel. It doesn't really matter. The Secret of the Mimic's a prequel. So, what happens in that game doesn't ultimately matter. We might learn the Mimic has a secret weakness. I don't know. I don't know. I just like rambling about games I enjoy. Secret of the Mimic comes out in a couple of weeks. Subscribe and I'll see you there. I'll review it for your viewing pleasure. Yeet.